Hey, welcome to Ace and Prime Podcast. I'm the Ace,
And I'm the Prime.
and my name is Javon, and we're excited to bring you guys some bangers, some conversations that we've been waiting on.
Yes, sir, man. And
Man,
I'm Goose, man. You already know. You know what time it is. Excited to make this happen.
absolutely, absolutely. So this is a long time coming.
Yes, sir.
Um, Man, this episode is all about getting to know one another. Pretty
Okay.
much telling everybody what we want to bring to the podcast, why we chose to link up, what our goals are, and pretty much putting our good spirits out there for everybody in our deep conversations for anybody that feels they in that situation
Yeah.
to have somebody to lean on, relate to, talk to, and get a couple of things off their chest through our words. So, uh, you want to lead us off?
Of course. I mean, with the get to know. I mean, you said everything. This is the reason why we're doing the podcast. We definitely want to bring that positive light, a different perspective of how you look at things, how you handle different situations. But before we get too deep into it, like you said, the biggest thing about this episode is a
Mm-hmm.
get to know each other, maybe talk about why we chose to do this in the first place.
I think so. I think that'd be great.
So yeah, I mean, first thing first is getting to know us. How did we meet? I feel like
That's a good story.
that's a good story.
100%.
Um, should I go?
Yeah, you can start with that.
Okay. I mean, when I met Javon, you know, he looked like the guy that just a cool, quiet guy. That
My fault.
Why you?
I'm listening.
Hold
My
on,
fault.
man. Let
I'm
me
just
do
so
my
used to
thing.
when you say he looked like, and I'm like, here we go. But
Yeah,
I
see,
appreciate
how
that.
I'm keeping it
Okay,
cool.
okay,
I'm being
okay.
real this time.
Okay.
Like I ain't. This is
All right,
serious.
yeah, for sure.
So, you know, he looked like just a regular guy. Let's just put it that way. Regular degular. He was hanging out. But my manager, when I got to the job, and I asked him. I said, listen, I need someone that is really good at what they do. Is the biggest thing I felt like having, you know, the same values as me. And can you point me in the right direction with someone I can look, get guidance from, put it that way. And when I went to you and we had that sit down, usually in our industry, whenever you ask someone for help,
100%.
they give you the bare minimum. But I didn't even know what question to ask you really. And you just started going. You poured so much into me. We spent almost an hour first time meeting. The next day, I remember when you helped me again. And I said, yo, this guy's solid, bro. Like he's actually a genuinely good guy. And when we talked about the basketball thing, I think that was the
That was the
first.
icebreaker.
That was the icebreaker.
That was a strong icebreaker that
Yeah.
made us feel like
Here's the
we got
thing,
some
though.
commonality.
The fact that you had something against me the whole time, and we played basketball,
It was
and
a-
you
It was
you
more
had
about
real motivation when I'm over here trying to play around, just to sweat a little bit, but you came in trying to kill me, bro. Like,
Well,
come
let's
on, man.
let's make something clear. We're a little different in age. I know it's
A
hard to
lot
speak.
different,
All right, we different in age,
a lot.
and
But okay,
I'm past my days, but basketball's always been my number one
100%.
passion in life until I got to a point where it was just a hobby,
Mhm.
and I'm always excited whenever I could talk about it. And I didn't like the way that you was on some the face. The
You play basketball?
yeah, yeah. I was like, hold up, what that supposed to mean? Like,
Okay.
so I ain't hold a grudge or nothing, but I just remember
You
that.
hold a grudge, bro.
I remember that,
You
and I
hold a
was saying,
grudge. And it took him. Now, here's the worst part. It took you being up. I'm not gonna say the score.
if you're gonna bring it up, say the score. If you're gonna bring it up, since you want to go there, say the score.
Look. What's the score now? I think it's what?
I think it's like 35-10.
Went my way? What? First of all, see, here's the thing. Guys, you're gonna understand when we do this podcast, conversation sometimes are gonna go
It's
left.
gonna drift a little bit.
Because
Yeah,
right now we're supposed to
absolutely.
get to know each other, and this argument was about to start.
You're right.
And I stopped it.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
we had competition.
So we had competition, which is great because we met in a workplace.
Yes.
In case anybody don't know.
Yes.
So we met in a workplace, and I've been in the industry 11 years.
Hmm.
I don't know how long you've been in.
This is going on 3.
Okay, 11
I'm
years,
brand
3 years, and I was the young guy when I got started.
new.
And I remember when I got started, it was something that I wanted to pour a lot into, and nobody helped me. But I seen the potential in it. I had a lot of people who had confidence in me.
Okay.
But I didn't, and I guess I guess I could say support because they kind of believed in me, you know, and they would pump me up, but nobody took time to actually pour into me.
Okay.
And I was around a lot of vets, you know. Um, but you know what? At the end of the day, I've always loved using my voice to help. I've always felt like that was kind of a calling of mine. That's specifically why I wanted to do this podcast,
Hmm.
because I've always been told and I've always been thanked by a lot of people that I've helped just through conversation, just through giving them another angle, another perspective of looking at things. And I've always kind of wanted to broadcast that in a bigger way outside of just a small circle, whether it's in my workspace or in my household or it's in a gathering of friends. So we were the perfect connection, man. I mean,
Yeah.
when you came around, I've told you this many times. Our link up was smooth. It was easy, and I would definitely say that you definitely gave me the boost I needed
Oh, yeah.
to be able to use what I feel is a gift of mine to be able to pour out into everybody out there that feels like this is a good podcast or this is a good platform for them to get some perspective. And that's my main thing too. I want to kind of talk about
Hmm.
is my goal as far as my wants for what I want out of this is to get as far away from an opinion based conversation as possible
100%.
and lean on perspectives, right? Because
Yes.
I've learned so many ways that things could be looked at completely opposite
Hmm.
and that could still be formed as the right answer to or the right way.
Okay.
So rather than, I've always had conversations, especially in the field we in, with people that push their opinion and make it
Yeah.
the way.
Like
It's this is
this
right.
is the only way.
And
Yeah.
I will tell you this, in the field that I'm in the field that we're in, and this is what I've been told. I feel like I am completely unorthodox as far as
Very
what is
much so.
presented
I mean, the
as the
things,
right way of doing
let's put it to you
things.
this way, right? The things that you get away with and the type of conversation that you're able to have with someone you met within an hour, it definitely takes skills.
And I don't feel like it's taught. I feel like it's
Never.
accepted.
Okay.
It's definitely respected, but it's not the typical way that people are taught in our field.
100%.
Um, so I mean, that's also led me to believe like just because that's your opinion doesn't mean it's the best way to do things, right? So you got to be open to perspective conversations, and that's kind of what we want to get into when me and you are doing this
Okay.
is playing both perspectives on topics and how people could view things, and maybe the viewers themselves could connect whatever one works for them and see if something clicks or if something rings a bell. And that's all I want to do is just continue to pour into everybody out there watching different scenarios, different situations, whether it's life, whether it's fun things like sports, whether it's tough times in the house, whether it's going out there to chase a dream, chase a goal, a desire of yours that you've been sitting on, something that somebody told you that you starting to believe and kind of crush something, a pathway that you wanted to go down. Just things like that. I just want to open up and give perspectives because I've been in a lot of scenarios when I moved out here to
I was gonna
Florida.
say too before you kind of get into it. I think the biggest question a lot of people or the audience really will want to know is what gives you the right or you know
What makes me
what makes I wouldn't say what makes you you, but what gives you the authority to be able to speak on certain things or to have that type of perspective. It's nowadays is it's not really what you know is okay, where'd you learn it from or where'd you get this from or what gives you the right to be able to tell me this is the right way to do it instead of a different way. So what would you say to that question?
I mean, I've been through a lot of challenges, man, and moving out here to Florida on my own. I'm the youngest in my family.
Okay.
So when I moved out here, it was kind of just figure it out. I mean, I didn't just move out of the house. I moved to a whole nother state.
Okay.
And a lot of things that I ended up doing was just first time things that I had to figure out how to get good at. So with that, of course, comes a lot of trials. And I've always tell people when they come and they ask me for advice, I say one of the perspectives I try to give them is be accepting of failure. And a lot of people say that, but when I say that, I really mean it because I used to tell my daughter this all of the time. when we would practice, playing football. She used to play flag football, and
Mm-hmm.
we would go outside, and if she would throw the ball like wrong, she was a quarterback. She would get upset after a couple of bad throws and be like, "I want to go inside."
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell her, I'm like, "No, that's the reason we're here. We're outside to practice so that you can get good. If we come outside and everything you throw is perfect, there's no point of us
You'll
being
just be
outside. You already
outside.
got it. So
100%.
what are we coming outside to practice for if everything you're gonna do is gonna be perfect?" So just kind of turning that into life too. And I relate a lot of life lessons to sports. Is you only learn when you do bad at something. One of my favorite motivational speakers, Les Brown, back in the day, I used to listen to him a lot, man. I love that guy. Um,
Lessons.
he used
He's
to
that
say
guy.
things, yeah, he used to say things like fail hard.
Mm-hmm. If you
And of
gonna
course,
fail,
nobody
fail
wants to hear
hard.
that, but if you're gonna fail, fail hard, man,
Mm-hmm.
because the harder you fail, I mean, the more you learn it, and then eventually you're gonna turn those failures into figuring out. And then when it's as long as you keep pushing forward because you want it, you'll get to a place where you're giving the conversations of how to get here, you know.
Okay.
So, man, I failed at a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes, man, and I'm still here. I'm still in a place where I'm growing and getting better, and taking some leaps. So I just want to be able to kind of be the person to lean on for a lot of people in a similar situation, so that they don't give up on themselves, or that they don't give up on whether it be the topic or the path that they're trying to go down. So if you ask me, that makes me feel like I can have a platform and talk about that stuff, you know?
Okay. So you
Uh,
feel like so essentially it's the experiences that you've had coming from New York and moving down here and knowing nobody
Nobody.
and starting all over and creating, who you are, creating the name, you know, Javon, whoever he is, it's not the same Javon that came to,
Yeah, 100%.
Saying, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
you feel like based on those experiences that put you in a position to be able to help somebody else and
yeah, for sure. And one of the good things I want to tell people too is, stepping out your box, bro.
very important.
It's such a golden ticket. Getting confidence to step outside of your box. Because one of the things that I wanted to do when I moved out here was like literally completely reinvent myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like completely reinvent myself. It was a fresh start. So that's what I actually liked about leaving states. Is I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
Like
You can create
I could literally start from the ground up all over
100%.
again, and it was truly a fresh start. Because a lot of times people get boxed into something that they no longer want to be in, but they're too deep in, and it's so hard to get out because you're surrounded by the things that are going to remind you that you shouldn't be trying to step outside of this.
Okay.
But when you leave like I did, and you take the leaps like I did, there's nobody around you to tell you that.
Yeah, nobody's
There's
gonna tell
nobody
you.
gonna be like, why you acting like that? What are you doing? Why you trying that?
Why
That's
you
not even.
trying? That's not you.
Yeah,
Oh, the Javon I know don't do
yeah,
this.
exactly.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's a lot of pressure that a lot of people deal with because, I mean, I think everybody can say that we get tired of a certain thing, but we also create patterns and paths, and it's so hard to step outside of it because you just are too afraid to step outside of your surroundings.
So it's more so it's not being afraid of stepping out. It's more so being afraid of the people that you know.
Almost what they'll
So
say.
really what they're saying, what
Yeah.
opinion that will be created,
Mm-hmm.
how do they think, how do they, what they look at you. Okay.
And that's another thing
Understand.
about me, man. I also want to just say, like, I don't do anything, or I try not to do anything with an ego anymore, especially when I'm trying to give, using my voice in some way, shape, or form. And that's how me and you connected.
Yeah.
The minute they told, it was to a mutual friend who was
Yeah.
in a higher position, actually your leader at the time.
Yeah.
Me and him were really close, and he sent you to me because you guys were good friends, and I kind of did that with me and him, kind of linked together, and I met him for the first time, and yeah, with no doubt, man, open arms. Hey, listen, how can I help you? Yeah, talk to me.
And it's funny how like within us meeting, I would say maybe a month in, everyone's like, "Wait, did you guys meet outside of this, or do
Yeah,
you guys do this?" I'm like, "Nah,
yeah,
bro. It's just it's
just
natural,
clicked.
bro."
Yeah, just clicked. And I value you, man. And I know I've told you this, but
Yeah.
like I want to say this out here. Like I value you because this has been something, man. I've been talking about for such a long time, and the way that you like literally took the steps for me and us,
Mm-hmm.
it was that other like boost that
Yeah.
I needed to finally get to a place where I could take advantage of and take a step in the direction of what I
100%.
what I felt like is something I should be doing, So
And I
um
think the reason why it was so easy to do too as well, it's rare that you find someone that is like-minded, but also I would say we have different strengths and weaknesses. We have a lot of similarities, but there are things that, you know, you're better at, especially when it comes to experience. You can tell me, "Oh, yo, Goose, I did this. This is what happened. This was the outcome. If you do it this way, this is what's gonna happen." And I have that. I guess I would say that young energy.
mhm.
That okay, let's go, let's do it, let's do it. Where you kind of need that energy around you that's gonna, help
That
power you
push,
up. That
yeah,
that
that
push.
power up,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's gonna power
It's
you
the
up. Be like,
balance, hundred
yeah,
percent. That
we
balance.
easily balance each other. Where you're gonna bring the experience, you're gonna bring the knowledge, and I'll bring the drive of like, okay, now I have knowledge mixed with the drive,
Yeah.
but we're
So it's almost,
unstoppable.
yeah, like a push, and it's just like, all right, like now that we pushing this way,
How to
this
do
is
it the
how we
correct
do
way.
it. Yeah, we're gonna push this way, but this is
Yes.
how we do it.
Or whenever we run into obstacles a lot, that you're someone that I look to because you have a way of being able to be calm in extremely stressful situations, environment. You have a way of handling it to where, you're. It seems like you're never panicked, but you're always moving fast. If that makes sense, you know. For example, with what we do, I remember the other day when I saw you, you was at it, you was busy, you was going through it, but you was moving fast.
I know what you talking.
You was moving
I know what you
fast,
talking about. Yeah,
but you still was,
yeah,
in a way where you were getting things done.
yeah,
You make sure this is what it is,
yeah.
but it takes skills, man.
I
So
appreciate that. Yeah,
100%, bro.
but definitely. Now let me ask you this,
Okay, talk to me.
because there's two of us. You're the
Okay.
prime part, right? Tell everybody what you want to bring to this podcast and why you wanted to do this and what your hope is at the end
Okay.
of this all, or not the end of this all, but throughout this all.
Okay. I mean, the biggest reason I feel like I wanted to do this podcast was I wanted to create a safe space or an environment where we can look at perspective to where I feel like I have someone that is in the same situation or about to go through the same situation that I've been through, where we can either help each other or I can help someone, they can actually see someone that went through it and, you know, made it on the other side. So giving someone a perspective to where to tell them, listen, you don't have to be the smartest cat. You don't have to have all the money in the world, or you don't have to have or the best upbringing. Whatever you create is going to be based on your hard work, your determination, and really the steps that you take in life. So showing people like if you do the right things, good will come out of it.
100%.
So
Okay.
that's one of the biggest thing. But also too being I think where I come from, I do have a lot of people, a lot of friends that, that were younger than me that would call me and I would give them advice of, what to do and what not to do. Especially from where I'm from, I feel like, based on the things that, I went through in life, I should not be in this position that I'm in today. So being that I'm in the position that I'm in and others are not, that probably had a better opportunity than me, I feel like, showing them like, hey, listen, if you do this way, this is gonna be the outcome. So I think that's the biggest thing for
And talk
me.
about that. Is that something that you also feel like you want to talk a little bit more about, like where you from and your
Eventually,
background? Okay. Okay.
eventually, coming from, from nothing,
Mm-hmm.
we always joke about, obviously,
Yeah, we joke a lot.
yeah, there's a lot of joke. Right now we're
Yeah,
trying to be so
yeah,
serious.
yeah. We
See,
just
to
it's
be
an
honest, this
introduction.
is like
It's an intro. I like it though.
the intro.
I like it.
We're forced
Yeah.
to, not really come out, be who we are.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
it
No, I
PG.
like it. I like it because again, we really wanted to do this for a lot more of the deeper conversations that people
But
can
here's
actually
the thing,
grab
bro.
and turn
Like,
into
yeah,
everyday life. But
there's gonna be moments. There's gonna,
I'll make sure I ask you at the right time to tell us a little bit more. But
yeah.
you're super family oriented. I love that. Um, Always about your peoples. We got a strong foundation with faith,
Oh yeah,
which I love,
100%.
and I'm on to. maybe not as vocal as you are about it, but you know, that's huge to me.
But here's the thing, though. I feel like too. You're not as vocal, but you do show it in a different way that speaks the same volume as I do. You know, because I feel like it's not about what you say or how oh I'm this I'm that. The way you walk, right? The way you carry yourself. You know, someone's gonna look at you and say, you know what, that's a child of God. You know, that's someone that carries themselves and acts the right way, do the right thing. You know, so don't it's not only about what you say, because sometimes I
Yeah.
tell you this, bro, I look up to you a lot, and there are situations, there are things that the way you move in life where I say, you know what, I need to move like that because that's more godly. Because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm far from perfect, bro, but
I mean, as well.
which is
100%.
why this is perfect,
Yeah.
because you guys are going to watch us grow. You're going to watch us get better,
Mm-hmm.
even get better at this podcast thing. I mean,
100%. Yeah, yeah. This is something we want to grow with
yo, check
everybody,
this out. Now,
not
watch
just
this.
us.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna
So
say
like,
y'all seeing us right now, but yo, give us a few months, weeks.
yeah,
You know, sometimes we get a little hype. So let's just say a couple months.
yeah, yeah. Let's take our
We
time.
gonna be yeah.
Yeah.
We gonna
But also, while you talking about that, I want to take this time to also say if anybody ends up interested in this and really likes what we got going on,
oh yeah,
we
100%.
want you supporters and you viewers to be part of this too. You know, we want people to tell
Be
us,
interactive.
yeah, be interactive. Tell us things or
Mhm.
topics that maybe you're dealing with or you got somebody close to you dealing with that you would like for us to touch base on. Situation that you've been in, a place that you want to go, and maybe that you would want a perspective on. You know, we do want to eventually get
I was
into a
gonna say yeah,
live
the live.
conversations too,
Because here's the
because
thing,
this is authentic. Everything we do
100%.
is authentic.
And I think one of our best trait or something that we're gonna be able to bring to the table day in day out is being able to relate to the mass. To the being able to relate to really everybody, right? It don't matter what do you do or who you are, your age group. I think we have a way where whether you're 10 years old or you're 50 years old, we can relate. We have different I would say ideas or ways of thinking that would help you no matter how old or
I think we're open minded.
yeah.
Well, we
Keyword
have
is I would say open
yeah,
minded.
we're open minded and we're considerate.
Yes, consider it.
You know, so we have different ways of the approach and you know what somebody's going through. Where again, it's about perspective. We're not just here to say, hey, well, oh, this is how I see it.
Yeah,
This
like
is how
oh
I think you should
yeah,
do it. Nah, it's
100%.
like, you know, I'll actually, this is a platform that for people who do want to talk and share things that they're going on with, this is a platform where we actually want to listen first
Mhm.
before we just reply. We don't want to just listen to respond like,
Okay.
or I might got that mixed up, but you know what
No,
I'm
you
saying.
said
Like
it.
we
You
want to, like
you
we actually
yeah.
want to
So
listen,
you want to be what you're saying is we want to be able to listen to what you're
dissect what's
actually
being
saying and
said.
dissect it. It's
Yeah.
not just oh my god they have a question we're gonna answer it right away. No,
Boom.
let's actually
Yeah.
maybe think about it. Now, you certain I would say you can react differently based on the situation
Mhm.
or the circumstance that you're in, but I think us being able to take a step back and give you I would say our perspective, but the right perspective
Yeah.
or a different perspective of looking at things. We're not more so coming into trying to create this podcast to tell you guys, here's what you need to do, this is the way to go. We're more so giving you a way of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how you think in this situation. This is the steps that you take to be able to handle this a situation to where it's advantageous to you instead of you being more so on the defense. You're an offense. You're ready for it.
Always on the offense, yeah.
Always on the
Always being on the
offense.
offense, because that's another good point you made. Because a lot
Mhm.
of us, we do things based off of defense.
That's it.
You know, I've done that a lot too. So again, I feel like you
Being
know
on the
I've taken
offense.
time to dissect that, learn from that, and
Hmm.
not always replying from or going at something from a place of defense, but trying to be on the offense more at all times. Because at the end of the day, we all shooting for goals. We all trying to get to a better place, 90% of the time, right?
Okay.
So we just want this to be authentic, man. We want this to be. I don't want to say different because every time somebody lays something out, they always want it to
Oh
be
yeah,
different.
we gonna be different. I don't think we're gonna be different.
Mm.
I don't want us to be different. I want us to be authentic.
Authentic, yeah. I do want to take a different approach though.
Yes.
I do want to take a different approach
Yes.
and I do want to have different conversations than the masses.
Okay.
You know, I want.
So when you say different conversations, are we focusing? Here's the biggest thing: are we gonna be focusing more on, let's say, emotional conversations, or what I mean by that is, you know, them trying I'll say people or us talking about how we're emotionally handling different situations, or more look at it at, how do I say this, perspective of look different perspectives, or we
I think the way I want to approach this differently is we are two fun people. A lot of what we do, we joke about everything.
mm-hmm.
I have always used that as a weapon. And the
Okay.
reason why I say that is actually part of my daily prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say that whatever situation I go through today that's tough, allow me to find a way to laugh through it.
Okay.
I feel like that's such a weapon to have when you learn how to master that.
That is a weapon.
Because if you take a look at some of the toughest situations, you got to find a light in it, right? And what better light to find than laughter and joy, right?
Okay.
So sometimes it just takes that moment, and I sometimes people don't like it when we're having a serious conversation and I
Man,
enter smile or laugh because it
yeah,
makes it seem like I'm not taking it serious.
you're not
But it's
taking
not
it.
that. It's before I reply or act on a defensive stance. I want to find the light in it first, calm the situation or the topic down
Okay.
before I respond to it. So I really want to just try to teach those things that I taught myself. I want to find ways to open up people's minds and
Really, the
approaches.
biggest thing is, I think you the based on what you said, right? Is that 10 second? I wouldn't even say 10 second. It's
Just
that
that
5 seconds.
that
It's
breath, just that breath.
but that second that you take to really fight or flight,
Hmm?
right? Because how many people we know that it took 1 second, it took one instant, it took that one, day that you end up snapping and you do something that you will forever in your life regret,
Yeah.
and you
Or
can't take back. No matter
one
what you
one
do,
short train of thought. Yeah.
you can't take it back. So being able to, in that moment, think of, you know what, man, Jay did say take a step back, breathe,
Yeah. Just
laugh for it.
if my voice can somehow play in your head
Yo,
whenever you're in this situation of a topic that we talked about, and it helped you versus hurt you, I feel like this is
that's it.
exactly what I wanted to do this for.
And we only one person. If
Yeah.
if we are able to help
Literally.
one person,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
either get better, get through a situation,
Push themselves to get to a place that they wanted to get to,
we can
get
help
closer to
motivate,
their family, go after the person that they've always been wanting to go after,
go after
um,
their job that they've always wanted
go
to
after the
do, or
job.
do something
Yeah,
that they've always, they felt like they could have done or should have done,
yeah.
that they never had the opportunity. Going
And
to,
I think not to cut you off. The
mm-hmm,
best way to do that is I want people to look at this as something that they should look at because we're not just talking about it. We're somewhat of the guinea pigs.
100%.
That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, only if y'all knew. Let's put it that way.
What you mean?
Only if they knew. See what you? All
My
right, see,
fault.
all right, see what I'm saying?
All right.
Nah,
That was one of those
nah,
moments.
that was.
That was one of those moments.
Oh,
All right.
nah, you know what?
All right. But you get what I'm saying.
I don't.
We're not giving this perspective just because of we just want to talk about every topic.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, too, people that's like, yo, I want to start a podcast. I'm doing a podcast. That. Listen, it's not even about the numbers.
yeah, we ain't
It's
looking for that.
it's
We would love support.
of course,
We would love it if you guys enjoy it. Definitely,
you
this is
know,
a great moment to tell you, like,
yeah.
subscribe, tell your friends, tell a family member, tell everybody
Send
that
it
you
to
know.
at least 3 or 4 people that
Yeah,
you know.
just spread the word because as a community, we want to pour into you guys. We just ask that you help build us up so
Especially
that
the
we can
next
reach more.
episode too.
Yeah, we could reach more voices. I mean,
Yo.
more heads in
Yes.
for sure.
Hold on. All right, my fault. My fault. I'm saying though, listen, especially for the next episode, that one's
yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah,
that
for
one's
sure.
gonna be good.
For sure. But again, going back to what I was saying is that anything that I want to talk about, I want to make sure that if I'm going to talk strongly or if I'm going to talk confidently, I'm a guinea pig of some sort of this conversation. It's not just something that I'm just talking about.
Like you
It's
had
something that I've been through.
Yeah, you've been through.
Yeah, it's,
Either
it's
been
a
through or know
situation
someone.
or multiple times that
Yeah.
I've been through, and I've gone about it 2 different ways or 3 different ways or 4 different ways. So I feel like I found the best way that you should have a perspective on approaching and see what it does for you.
Yes.
Biggest
Not
thing I also want to
necessarily
do is
mean
help
it's gonna
people.
be your way though.
Yeah, I want to help people jump out their shells. Be confident. We talked about this. I want to help people be 100% confident in who they are.
You know what's my favorite thing that you always like say is go into the fire. I think, being able to, if we can help someone go into the fire, no matter what it is, any aspect, I think we did what we
Yeah,
had to do.
yeah. I always look at everything as everybody gets on the fence,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going into the fire, man. You know what? This is a conversation you want to have. Let's have it. This is a situation that you want. Let me show you we can come for that, and not necessarily showing you personally, but letting you see like what the possibilities are. Um, but I think one of the things that I mainly want to focus on is getting people to a place who view just being 100% comfortable in who they are.
Yeah, being comfortable on while being uncomfortable.
Also being comfortable in uncomfortable situations,
Yeah.
100%. But if you can get to a place where you're 100% comfortable in who you are, man, it's another
Deadly.
superpower.
100%.
It's like nothing bothers you, nothing can touch you, because you are no longer leaning on what everybody
Someone
else
else's
is
opinion.
thinking about, or
Mhm.
the way that they're looking at you,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all about you at the end of the day, And we want to take this off. We definitely want to pour a lot into this. Um, we want feedback. We're
We
okay with
definitely want a
feedback.
lot of feedback.
We're okay with feedback.
Yeah.
To us, this is fun. This is what
Yeah,
we
this-
do. This is sit down conversations. Like back in the days when I was in New York on the stoop,
Yeah.
some things used to go for hours. Sometimes we've been
Them
talking for
convos.
hours.
Yo, them late night conversations.
Yeah, this is what we want this
yeah.
to turn into. Just let's let the topics roll, but mainly we want to also focus on positivity. We want to pour
Yes.
positivity into these conversations and into these situations that we're bringing up as topics, and we want to. We're not here to try to have any type of negative conversations,
Oh yeah. So
or,
yeah.
or bring any negativity towards a
100%.
conversation. You know what? If it's a negative conversation that we're talking about that has negative perceptions, we're not trying to go down that path. There's going to be conversations that people don't like.
Yeah.
There's going to be conversations that and topics that people are sensitive on. It's just the world we live in,
Mm-hmm.
But we're not doing anything with malicious intent.
Forcefully.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not doing
going
anything.
into it. Yeah.
Anything with malicious intent. We're not trying to prove points to no one. We're not trying to get a message out on the sidebar to anybody. No, it's just we just want to have real life conversations that people aren't comfortable having, either with the people around them, with themselves,
Okay.
with the people they need to be having them with, and we want to give you a safe space to hear some perceptions and maybe share your thoughts. So
I like it.
yeah, man, I'm excited.
No, I'm super excited. I think being that this is the first episode, we're having to hold back a lot
Yeah,
because this is like the get to know. This is more like the relax. This is us
Yeah,
going out.
yeah.
I think so. Here's my question for you, then. Moving forward, how would you, being that this is gonna be our way of being introduced into, I wouldn't say the world,
The
but
public.
the public.
Mhm.
Who do you want them to, if they had to say, okay, this is Jovan, what do you want them, what perception or their way of thinking would you say, I want them to think this is who Jovan is, or
Like when my name is mentioned, how I
Yeah,
want them to view
yeah.
it.
how you want them to view
Me,
you
just by my name.
as Jovan?
And the reason I say that is because nothing else comes with it, right?
Okay.
What I mean by that is, like, for example, that's Goose.
Mm-hmm.
He's this, he's that, he's that.
Okay.
And then this person's like, oh, when I know him, he was this and that.
Okay.
That's just Goose.
Okay.
And when people say Goose, yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah.
I just want to be something that I don't stray from my character.
Okay.
I don't stray from my persona. And I'm practicing when I preach. I want people to know that I'm 100% me, right? At all times. I'm somebody that is very, very hard. I consider nearly impossible to shake.
I mean, I don't cross you over before. Let's just be real. Let's be real. Let's be real.
All right. So if you want to go down that
And
path,
look, chill.
we'll tell the
Yo,
world what's
hold
going on
hold
with your leg right now.
Listen,
If you- if you wanna go
hold
down that path.
Yeah, but listen, you didn't do that to my legs though. All right, whatever. Look, the camera look, my phone, the mic a little too
You
close.
play. You play. Let's just say you played with me a couple times.
Okay.
Many times right before
Okay.
that,
So you're saying
and
that
I left your leg real weak. Let's
So-
just say that. I left it real weak, and you didn't give yourself time to recover.
Okay, okay.
And you
And
what?
then-
6 months out right now? Maybe more than that.
Nah.
It was before New Year, right?
Nah. This happened February.
Okay.
February.
Okay, 4 months out.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been out for
open
4
up those
months.
topics.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You acting like
I'm not
so
somebody-
man.
Listen, man. What I want the world to know
Anyways,
is that I'm just
don't say the
Listen,
word
man,
shake
I'm
again. Don't be
just-
like I'm never shaking.
I'm
That's
just me, man. I'm just me. I'm 100% me. I'm confidently me.
okay.
I'll take a L if I got a L. I shoot for the W every single time. I'm not afraid to say I lost at something. I'm not afraid to say I'm not good at something.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely somebody that if I believe that I'm gonna try everything I can to get better at. And I'm a supporter of everybody around me. You know that.
Yeah.
That's one thing too. Like I'm not
Support
I don't want to be a gatekeeper at all in anything.
Yeah.
And I want people to approach me with confidence, knowing that I'm just like them. I want things just like them. And you know, if you rock with me, I rock with you 100%.
Speaking of that too, like there's a lot of things that we don't know. So there are going to be time where there's going to be someone sitting here
Mhm.
that we are going to have a guest, someone that might be able to give you guys a better answer based on the topic that we're talking about,
Yeah.
based on the conversation that we're having.
More perception.
Yeah, more perception. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah,
So
we
we're
want
definitely
that.
gonna
We
have
want that.
others.
But what we do ask, and this is what I want out of this, is please,
Okay.
please, if you like what we got going on, tune into it, pour into it. Like, help us with these conversations.
This is like your hangout.
help us with these
is like,
conversations.
this
Help
is
us
just
with
your
these
chill-
topics. Keep it around progression though. Like that's what we wanted to keep it around. Like
Biggest thing is
how can we
progression.
progress in this way? How can we progress in that way? I'm dealing with this, and I'm looking for some feedback. Or have you ever been through this? Talk to us. Just talk to us. Like we
Now,
just all
here's
sitting
another
down.
thing too. Sorry to cut you off. If you have a different perspective based on what we were talking about, and you want to share too as well, we're open to
We're
that.
open to that.
Because
100%.
you might have went through something. Say, you know what? If we did it this way, it would have been better.
Yeah.
So we're students too as well. So
Yeah.
I would definitely say if you have an idea or an opinion,
Mhm.
we'll listen to it in that sense.
Yeah, I'm excited to dive deeper, and I'm excited to get more enhanced onto the true conversations, the situations that we've been in, or the things that I've heard about, and be able to start sharing those perspectives. But yeah, this was about
100%.
learning about Goose, learning about me, learning about us, and seeing where we go with this. So
I know we don't get too personal, but you know, we want this to be, you know, I guess a progression too as well.
mhm.
As we go on the podcast, you learn a little bit more about us,
yeah,
about
we
what
want
we
we
do.
want you guys
You know
involved.
what we do.
Yeah, we want you guys involved, man. Absolutely.
this the
So
second.
just saying, man. I'm not tripping, right? Exactly.
What you mean?
I'm just saying, if it was just me, I'd be the only one laughing. But
All right, bro. So,
can't wait till y'all meet Jake too.
Oh yeah, the man, the
the
wizard.
man, the man, the wizard.
Yeah, the wizard Jake.
Yeah,
That's his
it's
name.
gonna be good, man. So, I think that's it. I think we can wrap it up with that. What
Yeah,
you
I'm
think?
cool with wrapping it up. Cause here's the thing, like I feel like we have a lot more to say,
Mhm.
but
This was about
this was just
This was just
getting it
about
out there.
getting ourselves out there, introducing ourselves, letting you guys know what to expect from the
Oh
channel.
yo. So look. Should we tell them what day we're filming this? Because if I ask you this question, they're gonna know what day it is. Spurs.
Oh,
Yo, here's the thing. Spurs in 6, man. What they talking about, man?
and with
What they
that, we're
talking
gonna
about,
end
man?
this.
What they talking about?
With that, we're
Yo.
gonna end this because we know what we're doing.
Okay.
We know what we're doing, man.
You know he from New York, thinking the Knicks finally gonna win some.
It's been 27 years, man.
Now here's the thing, Cat looking different after like Cat went the whole thing about his mom.
Oh, yeah. This
He's
means
moving
something.
different. He's moving
They
different.
all are. This means something
He's
to all of
moving,
them.
it means
This
I
something to all
think
of
it
them.
means more to the Knicks than
Yeah. City's
the
on
Spurs.
fire right now too.
100%.
Everybody's supporting. Everybody got their
100%.
back, and this is a mission. This ain't just a
100%.
game. This is a mission, you know. So
Get straight to it. But yeah, man, this the wrap, man. So
yeah, wrap it up.
thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you,
to
man.
Ace and
Thank you,
Prime.
everybody. Hopefully, you guys keep tuning in, support us. Like I said, like us, subscribe, tell your friends, tell family members.
All social media. I need you
Yeah,
guys to
let us know what you think.
yeah.
Dive in, comment, share your thoughts. Help us with these topics. Get involved. This is our podcast. You know,
100%.
all of
this,
us.
This us.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, bro. I've been out for 4 months, so just let y'all know when I get better. Y'all
Oh,
gonna
there'll
see.
be an
Y'all
episode.
gonna see. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna see some.
There'll be
Then
an
y'all
episode.
gonna really see what this man talking about. How sorry he really
Yeah,
is.
there'll be an episode. Hey, save this. Save this clip because there's gonna be an episode.
What you mean? Save this clip.
Save this clip.
What you?
There's gonna be an episode, and I'm only getting older.
So what you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
So you already coming up with excuses.
I'm not-
I'm here to.
no,
We
I'm
just
saying.
talked about not having no excuses and being positive. What you doing now? Go
I'm
ahead.
only getting older,
Okay.
and the fact that I'm getting older,
Go ahead, bro.
I don't even know how to say it. But the fact that I'm getting older,
You getting better?
no,
I was
you
gonna
know,
say,
I'm
'cause-
falling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, your opportunities are getting
Your
better.
cliff, you
There should
falling
be
off.
no reason why the score right now is 35-10, but
Should be
I-
wait my way. I keep talking about that. 35-10. You wild. Yo, if anybody was beating me 35-10
I don't got that potential.
to beat me 35-10, nah, never.
Eh,
Even right now, me being hurt, I would never let a man beat me 35-10.
He said it about he said that about the actual score too, but we'll leave it at that.
Actual
Clip
score.
it.
All right, hold on.
Clip
All right,
it.
actual score is like what, 13-17?
Don't do that.
Okay, 17-10.
Yeah,
Oh, whatever.
There's a 10 in there. There's a 10 in there. My way. 17 my way.
Yeah, the 10
All
mile
right,
way.
all right.
But hold on, the first 8 games we played, I had a dress shirt on and you had polo shirt. So, but we were shooting, so we ain't even gonna start.
I said I'm getting older.
But I'm saying though, but
I said I'm only
how about
getting
this?
older. You said
How about this?
you're already coming out with the excuses.
But these are
First
not,
thing is
hold on.
I had a dress shirt.
Okay, time out. Is that an excuse or that's facts?
I had a dress shirt too.
Polo shirt, that's different.
That I dressed up with to go to work. Same thing.
Okay,
work
but I had
shirt.
a real long sleeve dress shirt tight on me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Clip
Yo.
this, man.
anyways.
We're going. All
All right, but how about this? 0-0, start over, man. Podcast, brand new.
Yeah, you would do that.
No, I'm
you
just
would
saying.
do that to help you. Yeah,
What
you
you
would
mean?
do that.
0-0, start over.
Yeah, you would do that.
So you scared? See, I know scared money don't make no money.
Listen, man.
You don't want to do it.
We'll have that episode.
Anyways, bro.
We'll have that
All right,
episode.
we'll be delighted. Let's finish this
All
pod.
right, but
man.
with
Let's-
that, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys
100%.
like this episode. I hope you guys like what we talked about. Thank you guys for giving us this opportunity to get your ears. And again, just continue to share this.
yo, this man said, get your ear. Yo.
Listen, with that, thank you guys again. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Hope that you guys like it. Continue to share your support. Continue to share your questions. Share this with friends, family. Subscribe and help us grow because we just want to help you guys grow in the process as well. All right?
That's it, man. Like and subscribe, man.
All right.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. See y'all.
Peace.
Peace.